Hey guys, welcome back to Fourth Wall Reactions. Today it's time for more Doctor Who. I am checking out two of the trailers that were for Day of the Doctor, which I have already seen. But I am going through all of these extra things, just to leave no stone unturned. Can't have too much Doctor Who, I don't think. I wrestled with whether or not to watch these before seeing the special. I kind of already knew that I was spoiled already. So I thought, what's the harm in getting more spoiled? And then I thought, no, you already know enough. So it was suggested to me to watch them in this order, so I did that. And am doing that. Right now. Let's check it out. Ah! Sundarn!
Greetings, puny humans.
I'm not
In advance of the anniversary movie, the Doctor has entrusted me with briefing you on cinema etiquette. A wise choice. I have invited my clone batch to this screening. As you can see, we Sontarans are capable of exemplary levels of rapt attention. We have been drilled in basic concentration as long as any of us can remember. About a week, in fact. It has become very clear to me that your feeble human minds are not so disciplined. See here the results of unruly viewing practices. This insubordinate fool attempted to open a communications channel during the last screening to his command post, codenamed Fury 1.
Fiona? Her name was Fiona?
Quiet, scum! No active phones are allowed in the viewing platforms. Switch your communication devices to silent.
Yes, please.
And here is a victim of the primitive 3D technology who sat too close to the front during an appearance by the Doctor. Take comfort in the fact that his gigantic chin will only be in 2 dimensions during this reading. Talking during the film is also a crime, and you must maintain a minimum volume during the consumption of fluids and nutrition packs.
His giant chin.
This feeble specimen proves that while cloning Sontarans is a magnificent duty, attempting to clone a cultural broadcast with recording equipment is the greatest of all war crimes. But that's still no excuse. Expose this to the Briar drills. Despite these transgressions, there are some human habits that we Sontarans could learn from. I particularly approve of your human tradition of mercilessly exploding these puny corn creatures and feasting on their popped remains. Remember,
it's very violent.
Popcorn can feel pain.
Okay. Little
Those
squeals.
tiny screams.
Oh my god.
I expect my clone brothers, who have travelled many light years in this privilege, will revel in this glorious piece of Sontaran historical drama.
It's not about you.
What? I have read the plot summary, boy. A campaign in medieval England, an invasion of modern London, and a battle on Gallifrey. A heroic account of the military campaigns of Commander Lynx, General Stahl, and Commander Storm.
Yeah.
It's about the Doctor.
Yes. Chin.
Not about the Sontarans. What? But I invited my whole batch. Nobody could endure a whole film about that pink weasel's antics. The shouting, the emotions, the incomprehensible explanations.
Oh, she took the popcorn.
Oh dear.
Act of war.
But a wise Sontaran always has another tactic up his armoured sleeve. We will now undergo an emergency drill. All troops prepare for an audio-visual assault featuring baffling levels of compassion and romance, multiple doctors in all their fleshy pink horror, and irredeemable acts of mercy and kindness. For the glory of the Sontaran Empire, play the film!
That was funny. I love some unironic Sontaran dialogue. Oh, the thing about the chin. All right, this next one is another cinema intro. I hope it is as enjoyable as the first one was. I don't know if it's going to be a totally different take, but let's find out. Check it out.
Okay, and cue him.
I am cueing him.
Well, cue him again.
Doctor!
Oh, is it me?
Yes, now!
Hello, everyone! Oh, well, that is a bit disappointing. Hey, there you are. Oh, brilliant. Hello, welcome to the 100th anniversary special of Doctor Who in 12D.
100th?
Hey? No, really? Oh, sorry, oops, it's in 3D. What's good about that? Is there a budget cut?
Is it in 3D?
That is... Sorry about that, bit confused time travel. You see, I've just watched the 100th anniversary special. All 57 doctors, still. You know, 3D, that's good too. Which reminds me, actually, time to activate your 3D spectacles. Please prepare to initialize your facial furniture. On the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3, put them on. Hurrah. Now, before we enter the third dimension, which frankly is travelling slowly by my standards, a safety check.
Okay.
There are Zygons in the building. Sorry about that.
Oh.
And they're very hungry Zygons, dying for a snack, as some of you will be shortly if you're not quick. Now, as you know, as all of you know, Zygons can disguise themselves as people, so we don't know which of you are real and which of you are alien monsters dying for their dinner. Fortunately, we fitted out your spectacles with Zygon detectors. Everybody turn and look at the person next to you. Hey, yes, that's right. So stare at each other right in the spectacles. Everybody find a staring partner. Now, please. Hello, hello. It's a hungry alien emergency. Now, to activate your Zygon detector, just close one eye, like this. All do that now. Great. Now, look at the spectacles opposite you. If one of the lenses has turned black, that person is really a Zygon and is going to beat you at some point during the movie.
Okay.
Please, don't panic. It will only disturb everyone else, and there's really nothing we can do to save you. Okay, everybody, eyes front. It's time to go 3D. Brace yourselves.
Oh, hey.
Sorry.
Ah.
Had to take over for a moment. Hello. As you know, 3D can make things stick out of the screen a bit, and, well, frankly, let's be honest, the chin. So, anyway.
What is this shade with the chin? Oh, I was really hoping to see him with the 3D glasses.
As you've probably noticed, the increased definition of 3D really makes you notice all those lines and creases and crinkly bits and the spit when he talks, but that's just all part of...
Oh, hey.
Telescopic vision. You might say it adds a third dimension, yeah? See you.
There you go. Hi. His face.
Doctor Who.
We already saw you. Oh, those were fun. I am glad I didn't watch them before. I maybe could have watched the first one before. I'm really glad I didn't watch the second one before. I mean, I already knew Tennant was going to be in it, but they gave away a couple of the other things, so I'm glad I watched them after the fact. And they were just as entertaining and funny. And they weren't really... I mean, they did kind of sketch out the plot a little. They were sort of a promo, but not in a traditional sense. So it was fine that I watched them the other way around. I don't know about you guys, but my eyesight has never been great, and I cannot do 3D. Chins and wrinkles regardless. I have never really been able to do 3D. I'm kind of really glad that the whole 3D thing has died down a little bit by now, because I always have to find the 2D showing of things, because there's something about it that my eyes don't accept the reality of what they are seeing, and my brain just doesn't process it, and I end up just getting a headache about 10 minutes into wearing the glasses. So I personally can't do it. One of my favorite things about Series 2 of David Tennant was whenever he would put on the 3D glasses. It would just crack me up.
What are
according to our instruments.
You built a skyscraper just to reach a spatial disturbance.
Broadcast is for humankind.
It's gonna happen every time. I was hoping he would put them on. Yeah, those were a lot of fun. They had a lot of insults with the chin, man. It's not that bad. I mean, it's prominent, but Now, I did have a couple of comments that, pointed out that you guys were all aware pretty much when this was airing that David Tennant was going to be in it, and so it really is not really a spoiler. And from that perspective, it is true. That was not a spoiler. When the network or the production company chooses to reveal that, what can you do, right? For reaction purposes, though, I always want to stay as in the dark as possible. And just because, one of the things I love so much about watching Buffy reactors is that they are not subjected to the same commercials and promos and trailers that, someone like me, and I'm guessing some of you, were subjected to when you watch a show like that in real time. They'll reveal stuff in commercials. They'll reveal stuff for next time on, blah, blah, blah. So when there's going to be awesome guest stars and certain cameos and things like that. Other than the joy of just watching someone discover your favorite show for the first time and have the same feels you had when you watched, which is why we all watch these. I really love seeing reactors totally shocked to see so-and-so show up, or things that were not a surprise to me when I watched it just because the network said, hey, we're going to advertise it as a push. Get the ratings up. Everyone will tune in if so-and-so is a guest star. And these days, with the CW and all their superhero shows, all the crossovers, that's completely, they really hype that. There's not going to be, sometimes they try to keep secrets, but it's really hard to try and keep secrets in this day and age of people showing up. So I totally get it. Yes, if I had been watching this in real time along with all of you, I would have also known that David Tennant had shown up. As it turned out, I did know that David Tennant showed up. But I'm just saying, for reaction purposes, I just wish I hadn't known that. But, your mileage may vary. People may not care about that so much. But again, so enjoyable to see them play off of each other. And, I just think the two of them have such a great vibe. It's really funny to see them both be the Doctor at the same time. Cracks me up. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching these with me. Up next for the 50th anniversary stuff should be the 5-ish Doctors reboot. I think I got the title right. Not sure. I should really check these before I do these things. And then the last episode, The Time of the Doctor. And I know we'll be starting Series 8 soon and that people are hyped for that. I'm hyped for it. So, yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with it, and I'm glad you are too. All right, guys, thanks so much. On to the next video. Bye.